parenting style debate. Move over helicopter parents, because lawnmower parents are now pushing their way through. Experts say new modern parenting trends are getting in the way of raising a well-balanced child. So how can parents maintain a healthy balance for their kids and stop hovering so much or pushing or always needing to stay one step ahead? Your kids need a chance to learn, to experience their own situations. And joining us this morning to talk more about it, licensed mental health counselor, registered play therapist, Shantala Boss. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so this is an interesting one, because I can remember one of my little ones always saying to me, "Mom, I do it myself. I do it myself." And it was a great reminder for me to back off, right? And just let them do it themselves.
Right, absolutely. It's not rocket science. I think that parents just have that natural urge to want to help their children, of course, because we're nurturing, love them, and make sure they're safe. And unfortunately, though, children need to sometimes fall, sometimes make mistakes, sometimes do some risky, not unsafe behaviors to where they get hurt, but maybe they need to hang upside down from a tree, or they need to go climb a tree, or they need to go running in the park and not be worried they're going to fall down. Because sometimes they need to fall, and they need to kind of learn their own boundaries and limitations without standing over them. When children have too much of that, they can develop a lot of anxiety and insecurity and be afraid to try anything new.
Right. It's funny, because I think we all have this discussion amongst ourselves as adults. We talk about how when we were children, we would leave the house in the morning in the summertime, right?
Right.
And we wouldn't come home until the street lights came on. And mom and dad didn't know where we were all day, or know, exactly every 5 minutes, have us check in. We were just out playing all day long. Why have we taken such a different approach now? Why are we so much more focused and really wanting to get in there and change and fix everything?
Well, I think awareness is higher than it used to be. I don't think that safety concerns really have changed. There's more traffic, there's more roads and more development, so of course we need to be careful as far as having our children out all day if we don't live in the country where there's not much going on.
Right.
But I think our awareness through social media and the news is very heightened, so even though mostly abductions, things like that, are about the same as they were back in the 1970s, our awareness of that is so much more heightened, and we are experiencing so much more anxiety. So sometimes I think it's important just to look at, keeping those safe boundaries, making sure that you know where your children are, but not having to constantly check in, and also kind of looking at their age, their developmental level, who their friends are, consistently assessing that in the background and letting them kind of make some of their own choices.
Okay, so how can we help them to build up their self-confidence? If I'm sitting here and I'm saying, okay, I might be a lawnmower parent, now what do I do to sort of back off and help them?
Well, back off and let them make some of those mistakes on their own. When they're unable to do something the first time, encourage them and say, I know you can do it. Yesterday is a perfect example. I had a child doing a puzzle, and she was getting very frustrated and said she couldn't do it. And it's just so simple, as her mother just said, I know you can do it, and just pointed to the pieces, and the puzzle was finished, and the child was excited and happy. It's so simple, but we forget in everyday life because we don't want our children to experience the anxiety. But in the end, then, she was able to finish the puzzle and feel good about herself and realize she can complete these tasks on her own.
That's a great example. Shantala Boss, how can our viewers find you?
My website is shantalaboss.com.
Great to see you.
You
Thank
as
you.
well.
Helping out those lawnmower parents today, Bob. That's what we do.